Hi, this is Roxana for Avid Diva, and today's day 3 of my mentor's challenge. She challenged me to film a video every day for the next 28 days. Now, it's not always going to be a live blog. Sometimes it's going to be some material that I'm going to repurpose for this channel. Sometimes it's going to be new material that we are going to create for you guys. But for the first few days, because she just gave me the challenge on the 1st of February to do it during the month of February. These first few days, it's all basically I get here and I just start talking. And today's topic is a very simple topic and hopefully a very short video. Because it's Friday and we all want to rest. And that is exactly the topic of this channel. Now, we all have big dreams. We all have big goals. Some of us believe on SMART goals. Some of us just do not. I am in the middle. But the one thing that I've learned in the last couple of years, because of the circumstances that I've lived through, is that we don't give enough importance to rest. And what does that mean? Some of us work 2 jobs. Some of us work a job and have a company we're building, or have a direct marketing effort we're going for, or we have a family and we're taking care of our parents, or the combinations are infinite: studies, work, family, functions, and entertainment, everything together. And we're not getting enough sleep. Now, it was never more evident than when I started wearing my Fitbit, because the Fitbit, if you wear it at night, it will show you exactly how many times you woke up and if you're restless or not. Now, I average 6 hours of sleep a night, which is not good for my health. I also average about 8 times that I'm restless. And part of it is that it's the bed and I don't get along. Part of it is that I just have so much stuff in my mind that I really don't rest. And so I'm going to ask you to try 3 different things to see if any of them work for you if you have a situation similar to mine. The first thing I'm going to tell you is you need to disconnect a little bit before you go to sleep. I don't, and the reason why I don't tell you just go ahead and not touch anything is because I'm guilty of this. I go to bed, I have my cell phone, and the last thing I do is I play a couple games of something on my cell phone just to try to relax. And then I put the cell phone somewhere so that it's close enough that I can reach it, but not so close that I will just keep hitting the snooze button because that's my alarm clock. So, what I'm telling you with disconnect is that the last thing that you do at night should not have anything to do with your computer, your iPad, your tablet, whatever you have available, whatever device you use. Why? Because your brain stays on that and it keeps going around and around in circles. There are studies that say that the effect is almost as if you were doing drugs. So, why bother with that? The second tip that I'm going to give you to try is do something that makes you get centered. Whether it's meditation, or you want to say a prayer, or you want to write on your journal for a few minutes, whatever takes all the stress out of your head and puts it somewhere else, or at least gets you calmed down for the rest of the night. The reason why I tell you that that might help you is because most of the times when we're restless, and as much as I hate my bed, most of the time it's not the bed, even though the bed does help a lot. If you have a very comfortable bed, you will sleep better. That is just a fact, and it's not just me telling you because I used to sell beds. But the reality is that if you do something to try to take some of that stress out, it will help you sleep a little better at night. And I have noticed that that works for me also. The third tip that I think you should try is to take a shower before you go to bed. Now, I know some people wake up in the morning and they have their shower or whatnot. In my case, since I'm exercising now in the morning, it's okay for me to take a shower at night because I take a shower after I work out sometimes. But if you're having a very restless type of day, either a shower or a massage, anything that will put a different level, maybe heat, on you. Why? Because massage will take all the stress out of your muscles. A shower, hot shower on the back, it's great for releasing some stress also. Anything that you can do that will make you more comfortable when you're actually going to bed is always a good idea. I would suggest also, and this is a freebie, don't eat very close to bedtime. And it's not because you might gain 10 pounds or whatever. I don't believe in any of that. I believe you're going to gain weight if you eat, and if you eat less, you're going to get rid of some of the weight. That's not why I'm telling you this. The reason why I'm telling you this is because when you eat and you go ahead and you lay down, your stomach goes from being like this to being like this, and that acid is going to keep playing up and down. And if you don't even have to suffer from acid reflux, it is going to have an impact over time. That is the reason why many people develop GERD. I develop Barrett's esophagus. It comes to the point where, because the acid keeps running up instead of having a way of staying down. I am not a medical doctor. I might be telling you a bunch of baloney, but that is what happened to me. So that, and I have noticed, and this is really weird. When I sleep on my right side, it bothers me more for the stomach. I don't know what that is, but yes, try not to eat anything too heavy right before bedtime. And in fact, if you can have a couple of hours after the last meal, if you have to by necessity eat something, have something very light, like a very light salad or a piece of fruit. Don't eat anything that is too heavy. And hopefully, some of this you can try and it will give you a more restful sleep. In the end, it's really important that we get enough sleep and we get enough rest, because we're not going anywhere. There's a lot of days in the year. There's a lot of years still left in your life. And I don't know about you, but I want to last as long as possible with good energy and good potential. And the best way to do that is to start getting a better night's sleep. So thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you again tomorrow.